Hey guys, Tad here from Attack of the Killer Podcast with a new Patreon exclusive bonus video for you, the attackers. As always, thanks for watching, listening, and supporting the podcast. I have something new, obviously. That's sort of my thing, isn't it? I should probably try to deviate and not just show you shit I buy, but I've been buying a lot of shit. We're still sort of in the quarantine. Things are slowly getting back to normal, even as the numbers aren't getting better, but I'm not going to rant about that. I got a package in the mail from Target, and Target sends this little thing. It says, just for you, which is so sweet. And I've been ordering some stuff from Target because they put some of the NECA stuff online, and with a red card you get 5%, which basically takes the tax off, and then you get free shipping. So you basically pay what you see on the website, which is nice because I don't have to hunt for it. And sometimes they'll have Circle deals, or I think it's still called Circle. I don't know what it's called now. But they have certain deals sometimes with toys, and if you pay close attention, you can get some pretty decent steals on toys. So I'm technically unboxing this. I'm just going to show you something, and I know, what could it be? They do a great job of packaging. Want to give Target props because sometimes like you order stuff from Amazon and it comes in envelopes and it comes beat up, and Target always does a great job. But I know if you're a part of our Facebook group, which you should be if you're watching this and listen to our show, we have the Attack the Killer Podcast group edition on Facebook, and I post about toys and different reviews and stuff. And if you're in any of the NECA groups, you've probably seen my rants, but I am not a huge fan of the retro cloth figures. I feel like I've done rants on these videos, I think, before about how they look cheaper, and NECA has talked about how they're cheaper to manufacture, but they cost more, and they have less accessories, and they look weird. Their clothes never fit right. The tailoring on them is always weird, and I know they get by because they call it retro, which to me they just don't look good. For the most part. And I have a few before. I have the two Silent Night, Deadly Night ones because I know they'll never make ultimate editions of those two. I have some that I've gotten for free. Like I got one from Bill and Ted. I remember who it is. I think it's I don't even know. It's not Death. It's Rufus, I think, from Bill and Ted. It came with the Blu-ray box set. And I might have another one. No, I know I have the Sam from Trick or Treat, which I showed on one of these videos, and it's really awesome for him. That format fits him very well. And I just got the Halloween 3 set, which I'm not sure which order these videos will go up. I did record an unboxing for that set, and that really fits that set really well. The format does, because they're very posable and the clothes fit right, and they're just cool. But here's one I never thought I would buy, and I'm not going to start collecting this line because I don't want to. There's too many of them, and if I started going back and trying to find the old ones, I would be broke as shit. Because a lot of them are fetching a lot of money now. That people are, the line's expanding, and I wish NECA would make up their mind. They do some in clamshell, some in boxes, and I'm not sure why. The 2018 Halloween Michael Myers is in a box, like a plain black box with the Halloween logo on it, and then some of them have really cool artwork by like Jason Edmiston, and they've done some really cool artwork on them, and I like those. The clamshells are a lot cooler, but pick a medium and go with it. It's just weird because if you collect all those figures, they're in different packaging and they don't look uniform. And I'm a person who opens my toys, but it's still weird. But without further ado, you can probably guess what it is. It's the Michael Myers Halloween 2 1981 retro figure. I had no intention of ever picking this up. When they announced it, I thought, sort of like the Halloween 2018 Michael, I'm like, cool, they took the same head and they put it on a shitty body with a shitty little doll outfit that doesn't fit well and it's poorly tailored. I do not care. And I mean, I guess you can argue that this is the same way. But here's the thing. I saw some of these starting to pop up online, and NECA did a whole different head sculpt, which is sort of weird. Like, I wish they would make these, I wish these were 7-inch scale so they fit in with the rest of my figures a little better, because these are 8-inch scale, so they're a little bit taller. And I guess that's because they match the old Mego figures, and because I think technically if you do, like, the licensing is different for a 7-inch figure than it is an 8-inch figure, so this is technically a whole different scale, so they can get by with some of the stuff. But I was not going to get this guy, and pictures started popping up online, and the head sculpt is like miles better than the Ultimate figure, which pissed me off, to be honest. I really like I absolutely love the Ultimate figure. Don't get me wrong. I reviewed it in a video on here, and the Halloween 2 Michael is so awesome. It's one of my Halloween 2 is so great. I love that movie. I love the score. I love everything about it. It's right up there with the original Halloween for me. The first 3 Halloweens, but then they released this, and the head sculpt is just, I've been like a Myers fanatic for my whole life, and I'm just sitting here checking out the mask. They just knocked it out of the park with the sculpt, and let me see if there's credits on here. Yeah, Trevor Grove, who's done a lot of great stuff for them, did the head sculpt on this, and I think he might have done the head sculpt for the Ultimate. I'm not sure, but I still don't think the outfit's great. One, it's sort of a dark blue, which no one's ever nailed it. It was spruce green in the original movie. In the Halloween 2, it was a little more blue, but not quite this blue. But I mean, the tailoring on the outfit, like the pockets are so sloppy. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but the pocket tailoring, like, it's just like big, like odd shaped patches that they just sew onto his chest, and those are supposed to be pockets. They're not even placed in the same spot. They don't have hems. His collar looks like shit. I'll be honest, man, like, the outfits on these still suck. Sorry, but that's one of the main reasons I don't like this retro line, is that their clothes are just so stupid looking. They look like shitty Barbies, even worse than shitty Barbies. And they want you to pay, this was $30. Why? I paid less than that for the Ultimate, and he has a whole sculpted body, which took tooling, and the tooling is what they claim costs so much money, and that's why they make some of these characters like Herbert West and Snake Plissken in the retro figures, because they claim that it's less risk, so they can make it. So I don't necessarily know if that means less expensive, or they can do smaller runs because they don't have to make the tooling for the body, is their argument. So what tooling is like the metal. When they sculpt it, they make like a cast of the body and all the parts, and the tooling is like, you have to basically make a plastic hand, make a plastic arm, make a plastic leg. Each part of the body that's separate on the action figure contains a different piece of metal tooling in China that they fill with plastic, and they manufacture these action figures. Well, with these, they all have basically the same body, and they tailor this, the hands, the feet, and the head are all take tooling, and the accessories, but they don't have to do the whole body like an Ultimate figure, or like any of these plastic figures over my shoulders, where everything takes a different, tooling. That's their argument. But, yeah, the mask on this thing is so good. Both of them. I think it's the same mask on both, but one obviously has the blood tears, and I heard some complaints about the paint on these. Mine looks really good. If you've ever seen, like, if you own a Michael Myers mask, like a high-end one, it's pretty much like this. They shade the lips and underneath the nose. They get the flesh tones around the neck from when Dick Warlock, or in this case, or Nick Castle in the first movie, would take the mask on and off. They rub that white paint off the neck. It was spray painted with appliance white spray paint. So the idea that, that would rub off of a latex mask is very believable. So that's why by the second movie, it's a lot more flesh colored than white. And they nailed that. You can see it in the neck, and the nose and the chin, and underneath the throat got scuffed up from dirt and dirty hands touching it, and the lips and stuff. And it also adds like a shadow. The one thing they didn't really nail on the paint job that they got on the Ultimate is like that weird sort of it almost looks like a scratch across the forehead, and they have it. It's like a dirt mark. They have it on the pictures on the back. You can see that it has the dirt mark there and there. They didn't, for some reason, paint it on the actual figurine, which is sort of weird, but I don't miss it too much. It's like, I wish, like I said, I wish this was 7-inch scale. I'll just pop off one of these heads, put it on the Ultimate, and call it done, but it's a little too big. But the hands look really good. The boots look okay. They sort of look like they don't even make left or right boots. Like, they're both the same boot, so they could save on tooling, which is sort of bullshit. He comes with a separate hand that holds the knife or hammer, and then one that holds the scalpel, which I think is what it comes with. The packaging is artwork by Jason Edmiston, and big fan of his. Have some of his prints. I have a Evil Dead 2 print he did with Ash on it, and I got it signed by Bruce Campbell. It's fantastic. He did 2 of the best Halloween prints of all time with Michael Myers, and a piece that goes with it with Laurie in the closet, and they're awesome. I never snagged them when they came out because they were too hard to get, and now they're a little too expensive, but you can snag them on his web store. They're a little out of my price range, but they're really, really cool and really worth it. So yeah, his artwork adds to this. Like I said, it comes with, let's see, a scalpel, a syringe, a big butcher knife, the L-Rod knife, and the hammer, which the L-Rod knife is what, he takes in the first part of the movie when he sneaks into the L-Rod's house, and she says, "Harold, would you like mustard on your sandwich?" And he takes that knife, and that's what we got. And then the rest of the movie is pretty much in the hospital. What's interesting about these retro figures is they have this clamshell packaging. Some of them do, like I talked about earlier, and you're supposed to be able to go around where these little, you can see these little divots, and cut those open it, and display it, and still pop this thing back together. I have, with the Sam one, I could not get that done. I tried really hard, and I pretty much ended up destroying the package, so I don't know how else to do that, to be honest. Just really no way to do it without breaking the package. I'll have to look online. Maybe someone has a better solution. But funny, like, the packaging on this is so nice, and he's so cool in there. I'm probably keeping this one in the package, which I know is like anti-Tad because I have everything open. But I'm out of room in my Halloween shelf, so I'm not sure where I'm going to put this guy. He'll probably sit against a wall for a bit until I figure out where he goes. And 2, the packaging is sort of part of this, like the reaction figures that you've seen before, right here, that you see on here. It's sort of the charm of the retro figures is that they have this cool packaging. So I will probably keep this guy in the packaging at least for now, and maybe later open them up. But these guys don't really stand well on their own, and they're posable. But now, do I have to get the Loomis and Laurie 2-pack? God damn it, that's like $100 or something crazy, or maybe $80. I don't know, but now I'm going to be stuck buying those 2 because I have this, even though I already have a Laurie and a Loomis. And I never intended to start this, but here we go. So, again, thanks for watching. Michael Myers, forever. Halloween 2, forever. The nightmare isn't over. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Leave us some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you think of these. If you're tired of me opening toys in front of you, be honest, let me know. I'll probably keep doing it, but I want to know what you think of it. And don't hesitate to, like I said, leave a comment, let us know what you think. Join the Facebook group, say hey, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. As always, thanks for being a Patreon subscriber. That's awesome. You guys keep us going. You make it worth doing. So, again, thanks so much, and I will see you next time on Attack of the Killer Podcast.